What up, everyone? Welcome to a Love Like That podcast. I'm your host, Brandon,
I'm Jacqueline.
and we are back once again. Let's see. Well, welcome back, babe.
Welcome,
Welcome back, everyone. Actually, y'all should be saying
welcome
that
back.
back to us, actually, I guess. Yeah, we know it's been a minute, but uh, I'm happy to be back here in this forum, in this
In this
platform again.
seat, exactly.
Yeah,
We've kind of been sitting a different way,
yeah, it's
finishing
been
up our
different.
series.
Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. So I know you guys are probably like, okay, where the heck have you guys been? If you guys haven't been following us on our Facebook, or not on our Facebook, on our YouTube, you've been asking that. But if you have been following us on YouTube, then you
Then
know
you know
exactly
what we've been
where we've been.
That's
We
right.
have completed our the Marriage Bubble series, video
Yeah.
series,
So we got
and
through it.
yeah, that was really exciting. How did you feel about that, babe?
It was a lot. It was a lot of weeks to it.
And actually, you know what? But I'm sorry to interrupt. Before I go any further into it, the Marriage Bubble video series was a 24 video series that we did, which basically went over things that we talk about in our book, The Marriage Bubble,
Yes.
which is still available on Amazon and on our website, it'saLoveLikeThat.com.
Yes.
But we
Get
talked
that,
about
get that, get that.
exactly, but we talked about all the different areas in it, and it's basically a training, like a guideline, like
Hmm.
a template that we have for couples that we wanted to really give out for free for
Yes,
everyone. So that
yes. It
was
was
something
a
that was important.
labor of love, as my mother would say. A labor of love.
Yeah.
So
How'd you feel about it though?
24 videos. I felt good like every time, and just kind of going back and recapping really, we wrote the book, but really just being able to recap just different aspects and really kind of break it down even further.
Yeah.
I thought was a really, really great experience. We are just walking through it and learning new things about, just what we've even written and just, just different perspectives and interpretations. So I thought it was cool. I thought it was
Yeah.
cool. I thought it was
And what was really cool, I think, I don't care what an author says. There are going to be some things that an author wrote in a book, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we know what we did write that part in there."
yeah. Because you're writing a book in so many
Yeah.
stages, just so many stages. And so yeah, and
Hmm.
you yeah, you kind of see that clever little side of yourself again, like,
Yeah. And it's
oh
like you,
yeah.
yeah. And when you look back at it, it's like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I did say that. Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds like me.
yeah,
That
that's
sounds
exactly
exactly like something I would say.
yeah.
So that was really cool. I enjoyed it because it was something that we were able to do together. And I know one thing I know about my wife is that, and what you all may not know,
What do you
but
know, babe?
you guys should know, is my wife does not play when it comes to this thing called marriage.
Yeah,
She is serious about this thing called marriage.
yeah,
She has a love for this thing called marriage and for our marriage, obviously first and foremost, but she
yes,
has a love for people and wanting to see others thrive in their marriage. And that is something that I can honestly say I think is very is commendable, and
right.
I respect the heck out of you for that, seriously, and that you really, this is like a labor of love that you really want to continue to put the work in. So
Yeah, no,
uh, I think that
absolutely.
this is really a great opportunity for you to really utilize that passion that you have. And so the
Yes,
videos were great, and I'm thankful for the people who have watched them, and I'm
yes,
thankful in advance for the people who will watch them in the future, who
yes.
we're going to see these videos down the line next year, a year from now, 6 months from now, tomorrow.
Uh-huh, that's
So
right.
it's going to be something that we know will be able to bless couples and will be able to
Yes,
bless individuals who are looking to get married, or they know that there is someone that they want to say, hey, let's do this thing. And so it's preparing them for that road called marriage. So I think that's important.
absolutely. So that means that if you guys, as he stated, hasn't gotten an opportunity to check that out and definitely recommend it to those couples in your life. video by video. Take it 1 through 24.
Yeah.
Grab some popcorn.
24
Grab a
videos.
little, right, exactly. Grab a little bubbly and go video by video. That could be
Yeah.
your date night. Like this is real stuff. And so just really educating yourself on date night. That's sexy.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
sexy.
And
So
it makes for good conversation afterwards.
yeah,
I think
hundred
that's
percent. Yeah.
what we learned is that it makes for good conversation afterwards, and you get a chance to have some honest conversations with
Mhm.
your spouse. And like I said, it's super important that we do those things. Um, Now I will say this: that's what we did as a couple. Well, as a podcast marriage coach tandem.
Yeah.
Now, what we did as a couple, as husband and wife as well,
Yeah. Celebrate
was,
that, baby.
just from a personal standpoint, you know, we had back to school in our house.
Mm-hmm.
So our youngest, our daughter, is still in elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
Our son, our oldest,
Yes.
just started middle school.
Ooh, whole new ball game.
And yeah, man, that was something else. I think that was well, let me not go first. You go first with the whole experience of middle school and just with the kids in in general.
Yeah, middle school so far has been quite a thrill. Um, and I worked in a middle school. I worked in like at all different levels, elementary, middle, and high school. But particularly at the middle school, it's always something going on. So that's how it's been. Come home with a story
Yeah,
every day about just
something
something different,
a
something
lot more good than bad,
right, absolutely. But really what I guess I'm just
more
kind of
shocking.
impressed about, right, is him in all of it. Like we understand that, he's he's growing and he's going out into the world, but that he just remains that man of integrity, that
Yeah,
he really is in the making of being. He, is on his way to manhood, but he just really like don't let the atmosphere change you,
yeah, you change the
you
atmosphere.
change the atmosphere. And so
Yeah.
that
Listen, I'm not even gonna hold you. Listen. Oh man, I cried something terrible that first day. I did, and not because he's going to middle school. I mean maybe a little bit, but it was. I see my son and I see myself and my child, and uh, watching him and remembering that this was my little baby that I held in my arms,
yeah,
and he was just the cutest little child, and to see him turning into this young man, and it's hitting, it's happening. Like
yeah,
it's not like, okay, this is a kid that's in middle school. No, he's changing. He's taller. You can see he's getting ready to start really blossoming into this young man that he's been called to be.
yeah.
And it's wild to see that, man, and it's I had a moment. Oh yeah, I mean, I was dropping him off at the bus stop, and
Hmm.
I'm like, he's like, okay, dad, see ya. I'm like, all right, son, I'll catch you later. Have a good day.
Right.
Don't say nothing from nobody.
Exactly.
It was
Trying
bad.
to hold it together.
I was trying to hold it together. Oh man, I sobbed something terrible. It's just, you want to protect your children from all the evils and all the things that are out there in the world, but they have to go through it. You have to go through it
Yeah.
as kids as well. And that was something I had to really, kind of get myself together. So after the first day, I was fine afterwards. I got all I got my thug thizzle
Got it
back,
back together,
and
but that we all need that. See, I
yeah.
got mine. Oh, with just the elementary just transition and the graduation
Oh
elementary, it
yeah.
just was. Oh, I was ready for them
Okay.
to quit.
Yeah, but though, can we talk about this for a minute though? How uh having children really does affect your marriage, because let's just be honest though. You turn you are we are tough parents, not tough whatever case, but I mean, we're good parents, but at the same time though, uh having children will turn you into a punk.
A
It
hundred
will,
percent.
because you just feel all these emotions about your
Mhm.
child, and it's like
These
these emotions you did not have when when you first got married, if you didn't have children beforehand.
Mhm,
And it's just
mhm.
that you see new sides, you see different sides of your spouse.
Yeah.
And so I know I've seen different sides of you. I know you definitely seen
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
sides of me.
Absolutely.
How I'm, how I am about my
You just
children.
yes,
I love my
yes,
children,
yes.
and so yeah, that was something that I think we have been adjusting to in the 620 bus pickups
Oh yeah,
for middle
crazy.
school is beyond insane.
Yeah.
But so yeah, that plays a different role in our lives as far as our scheduling and whatnot, and how we operate
Hmm.
as couples and everything else. So, but other than
Yeah,
that
that
though,
late drop off too definitely
yeah,
plays a role in scheduling. I
yeah.
remember we were not sure, one of those days. I think our son's bus was the first day of school. Like got here at 7:20. So that
Oh yeah, when
already
he got
gives you
home, yeah, he
some
got home,
context.
yeah.
And so the first week of school, Thursday nights is date night, but it was like,
Is he
I
gonna
was
be
trying to
home
get out
around that
right. I was
time?
trying to get out of here at a certain time 'cause I'm always chasing sunsets. That's how it goes. But it really is just like, wait, we got to make sure Jackson gets off the bus. So yeah, it definitely is. And then from there, you got to make sure we got the food and all of the other things. And so it definitely, we're definitely getting adjusted, but we make sure in all of the adjustments that we make time for each other
Oh,
and
of
that
course.
we are intentional about our time with each other.
That
And so
never changes. That never changes. So
never.
that's what's been going on with us. Just continuing to know each other and to be consistent with each other, but at the same time, though, adjusting to these new levels in our children's lives as they
Mhm.
elevate in education. So
Yes.
that's been it for us. Now let's go ahead and move on as we transition into the next piece of our of the podcast here.
Yes.
So we have a couple of things we have going on here. We have normally we have our social media videos I always want to share with you, and
Hmm.
this one here.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
I mean, how selfish can you be in a marriage?
Oh, wow.
I asked that question. How selfish can you be in a marriage? I don't know if I can, if I don't care how selfish I may have been in our marriage or anybody else.
Yeah.
I
Or
think,
I never.
I think I have finally met the most selfish person in a marriage ever known to humankind.
Yeah.
This woman is claiming that being married for 7 years to her perfect husband, and
Mhm.
she's still unhappy. All right.
Well, no one's perfect.
No, check
He's
this out.
checking all the boxes.
Yeah, check
Checking
it
all the
out.
boxes.
It's just not worth it dealing with someone else every single day of your life. Every day. I've been married for about 7 years, and I don't even know if this is worth it. Like, and not saying that there's anything necessarily wrong. There's nothing wrong, and that's the point. Like, I don't even know why I'm upset. I'm just, like, not thinking that I made the right decision. Like, and I have a good man. I do. And that's not the point. The point is, it's like, you really do lose yourself. You lose your sense of individuality. You lose your sense of peace.
Oh, wow.
And this could be even to a good man. Like, you're gonna lose something, and I don't think it's worth it. Like,
I
at all.
disagree.
I've always had a dream of, like, getting out of my hometown's, like, city and moving on, like, moving forward. Like, life is supposed to be experience. Like, we're supposed to be doing new things and traveling, and I don't know if I want to continue doing this every single day of my life. Like, always checking in with someone, always having to consider their feelings, always,
Mm.
it's always
That's the
somebody
part.
else. You're never alone. Even if it's
You're
absolutely worth
never
it, I
alone.
don't think it is. Even if you found the most perfect man, it's not worth it. It's not.
Mm.
Like, it's always gonna be best to just, like, be alone.
S to
And
B.
maybe that's why so many men tell older women they're gonna be alone and be so sad. I'm sad with a great man. Like, imagine living a fairy tale and it's nothing like you imagine it. You're living your literal fairy tale and it's not what you want. It's not what you want. Even if you think that you want it, even if it's exactly what you dreamed of, it's still just I don't know.
Now, let me say this real quick.
Mm, really?
Real quick. Um, before I say what I was gonna say, her TikTok, which is where the young lady posted that video,
Mm-hmm.
the amount of women that are in the comment section agreeing with her
Mm,
on that particular subject matter.
mm.
Agreeing with her. Yeah, it's better to be single. Single life is the best life. All this other stuff
But
is
who
stress
are the
free,
people?
and,
Like
and
we gotta look at that. We gotta.
and it's just wild to me that this woman is talking about how she has like, this perfect husband or whatever the case is. Now, I will say this though. This is the part I was gonna say. They were saying that maybe she's having a mental episode, maybe potentially, or depression or something. And if that's the case, then Godspeed to her. But if it's not,
Yeah.
what the heck are we talking about here? Okay,
Yeah, if it, I
thoughts.
mean, clearly, if it is, then right,
It must
let's
be.
take that into account. But I mean, my thoughts were, hey, listen, okay, run, sir. Like, really? That, I mean,
He got to get up out of there.
but that kind of goes back to some honest conversations too. Like, okay, he's perfect,
Yeah,
in
quote
that
unquote
sense, or whatever
perfect.
the case
He's a
is.
good man.
It seems like, and now she has some unrealistic and some, just really kind of who wants to see someone every day,
I put money
who
she's the only
wants
child.
to be considerate of people's feelings. Like those are the things that's kind of like,
Losing
yeah,
individuality.
yeah. It's not like everybody's marriage is what you make it. Like that's, I mean, the key. Marriage is what
Hmm.
you make it. And so it's about two people coming together to form something more powerful. Like they're still the two individuals who are in that, but like the point is coming together as one.
Yeah.
And so I don't feel like, oh, like I feel like for me personally, like there's nothing that I left behind. There's nothing that I had to just transform into that like wasn't better. Like everything for me individually was elevation. It's who I was called to be.
Yeah.
It just I and now this is coming from someone who was definitely very spoiled and very, about self. But too, I think just some of that comes with growth and
Yeah.
really just kind of consideration for the person that you're with,
Yeah.
just as time goes along. So yeah, it's if that's how she's truly feeling, then I definitely think that maybe she should exit stage left and save him and herself a whole bunch of heartache. I'm
Mm.
sure there are plenty of women in the comments who are, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's so many factors. If she's having a mental health episode, then that's one thing. If, she's saying we're supposed to be doing new things and traveling, and if it's kind of unmet expectations, that's another thing.
Hmm.
If he's perfect because he's coming home every day. Like, you gotta
Right.
go, like, I gotta go through the sheet to really kind of
Yeah,
get
there's
the
got to be
total
more to it.
sum
Yeah.
of the video. But are we having conversations to say, hey, you know what? This is something that I want to do. How are
Well,
we
here's the thing.
trying to meet each other's needs?
Well, in her bio on her TikTok, she says that number one, because this can play a factor into it, not all the time, but sometimes. Okay, so they've been married for 7 years. They do not have children together. So that's not enough. That's not an additional layer that she has to deal with. So it's just
Right.
her and this guy. It's just those two.
The two,
7
yeah.
years. So
She
that
definitely
seven
couldn't
that
have
7 year.
kids then. Because
What,
that's a whole another
right,
level
and we
of
don't know if it's the
being
fact that
considerate
she
of
shouldn't have
people
kids or that
too.
she can't have kids. We don't know. It could
Yeah,
be
you
one or
don't
the
know.
other, but she calls herself childless.
Okay.
But um she says in the comments though that she has had the conversations with her husband. So because I'm like, how in the world are you having this heartfelt cry out conversation on a doggone camera phone on a camera and is sharing
And
it with
you're
social
not
media and you're not
having it with
discussing
your
this
husband.
with your husband?
Yeah.
But
It's
she
an
says
honest
that
conversation.
she has had these conversations with her husband. And let me tell you this, shout out to the husband because most men would even if he should go on ahead and dip out, most men would have dipped out from jump and just be like, you know what, whatever. Clearly he is trying to work this out with her and trying to
Yeah,
figure it out,
very patient.
and
You are correct.
and
Yeah.
that's
And
what
it's
marriage is.
commendable.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
So love
I
is
take that
marriage
back.
is,
Yes.
patience, kindness, love, all those things that you need to have because that's what you're gonna have all those things in a marriage because sometimes your patience will be tested and you have to pack your patience. I know you packed your patience with me. I've packed,
You are
so we've
correct. You
all
know what?
both ways. So if everybody has to have those things.
You're right.
But this sounds, it's like, it sounds like it's the whole 7 year itch thing that people always talk about.
That's what I was
Um,
going to say too.
I, do you remember? What did we have a 7 year itch? I don't think we really did. I think we had a 2 year itch or 1 year.
Yeah, I was going to say we definitely had a hit.
We have 1 year itch or whatever. Yeah,
But
no, it was cool though.
it, yeah, by 7 years, we just kind of had
Yeah,
a whole new,
let's see,
had two
7 years.
kids by
Yeah,
then.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We were kind of, we were moving in a different
Yeah, but
direction.
one, you're right.
We
One,
were still way
two,
figuring out.
three.
By two, we were
Yeah,
moving in a better direction. By three, definitely, year
we
by
were
year, it's
right,
yeah,
kind of.
it's gone on.
It's
Yeah,
building,
yeah,
right, year
and
by
everybody's
year.
different. So just because ours is in year one, and and it's been different ever since, are moving forward in a different trajectory. Isn't always gonna be the same for everybody else. But like I said, semi itch, definitely have seen it with other couples,
Yes, yes.
and it does happen. Um, and it's like, is there more, or is this all that there is?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
happens with a lot of people. It's the settling down piece. Are you're finally settling into seeing who that person really is.
Yeah.
Uh, and it's hard to not see the full
Unmasked,
person
right, when
eh,
you are,
when you're with the
right.
person every single day.
Hmm.
And you see that if you don't see that within the first year, you definitely see every aspect within the first 4 years.
Hmm.
By seven, you definitely have seen
Yeah. I
a
mean, a
good
good,
portion
yeah, definitely.
of everything. And obviously, as you go on in life, you're going to see more aspects of your spouse. But
Right.
for by year seven, you've kind of seen a good gist of everything, and so you kind of know how to maneuver around those things, or how to respond, or how to expect certain things. But this right here, though, you know, they travel. He does all this for her. She has the princess
Well, no, she
lifestyle, or
was
whatever.
saying that was the part about it. We're supposed see it kind of,
Yeah,
I don't know. Sometimes it kind of contradicts a little bit,
she
but
says that he's a good man. He's got
right, I got that
the
part. But then she says we're supposed to be traveling. We're supposed to
oh
be doing
yeah,
new things.
yeah. But that's what she's saying. She's just saying all the things that she was saying. Yeah, we're supposed to be doing these things, but yet she's not happy, and he does all these different things for her,
Oh, see,
and
I
so
interpret it as her saying like everything was perfect in this
no,
aspect, but this may be, you know.
yeah, no. She basically is like he does everything that you could imagine a husband could do, but the thing for me was when she said, "Oh my gosh, we have to be considerate of others."
Yeah,
Now that's the
that
part that
was
I was like, you really would be like you ignorant fool. That's what
yeah.
it would be like. Like that
Right,
is
you
what
signed up
you're
to be
considerate of.
married.
Yeah,
Married
like I said,
to
that's how I really believe.
another person. So
Truly
that's going
believe
to have to
she's.
come with some
Yeah, I truly believe that
consideration.
she was like she had to be like an only child or something, or she had to be a very very spoiled younger sibling. Just one or the other, because just the whole how can you not understand that that's part of the whole relationship thing, In order to relate to people, you have to be considerate of people. Relationship.
Yeah,
That's part of it.
that's right. Break this
And,
baby down,
and so
baby.
that was a wild piece for me. So I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this as well. Thank you, babe, for for breaking it down what you saw because
But that was, and everybody sees something different, and takes something different away.
you lose your
And
individuality.
that is right, exactly. It just, I don't know, like it's, I don't want to be the one to say, like, that's why I have my senior advisor here. But, just jump and leave or whatever the case is. But I saw something the other day about essentially just kind of like ultimately it can only work if two people want it to work. And if it's one person who's continuing to want it to work, one to want it to work, and the other person
It's just
can't, right, exactly, is 1 foot out and can't even
hmm
turn in to say like, hey, I want it to work too, and I'll do whatever it takes to do that,
yeah,
then you see what I'm saying? That's gonna be constant. And so for me, it takes two. It's gonna take two people with that same dedication, that same, just tenacity to get in there and, like do whatever it takes day in and day out. And so with kind of some of the basics in what she was explaining, it's like we missed that whole lesson. And
yeah,
so that's kind of my thing. Like, is this going to be a constant, for all of like we just would have to do some deep diving
yeah.
and some real work and ask some real questions. But
Shoot, if I was him, I make her leave. I smother her to death with so much affection and love and whatnot. I would just make it, I would just make it really difficult for her to whatever. I just me That's me being like psychotic,
that's
me being
hey,
psychotically backwards and wired differently, whatever the case is. I really
you
would.
bust in the
Oh,
door
oh,
after that video with a big teddy bear and
I would. Oh, I lay it
all of
on.
it,
I would lay it on thick just to see her suffer.
just to see her swarm.
Suffer from niceness. That is the dumbest thing ever. I'm sorry, I can't find any other word to say. It's the dumbest thing ever. Anyway, listen. I pray that God blesses you in, in all facets of your
That's,
life.
that's right.
I really do. But sister girl, get yourself together, okay? Please get yourself together. All right,
Okay.
moving along.
Moving right along.
Moving along. So, in this new era of our podcast, in this new era of just everything that we're doing,
Hmm.
uh, we have really thought about how that kind of correlates to us just as individuals and as a couple. Finding new ways to really incorporate how we do this podcast and make sure that we can actually that it resonates with each other, for us, but also with our listeners. But then also we thought about how does that actually work in actual relationships. So how do you enter into a new season? So since this is our new season
Hmm.
in our podcast, we want to talk about new seasons in relationships. Okay.
Yes.
And so we're going to talk about 3 steps into a new season, 3 steps to a new season for you and your spouse. Okay. So,
Yeah. Okay. Number 1.
yeah.
I think it all starts with honest conversation. Honest conversation about where we are as individuals and honest conversation about where we want to be collectively as a couple. So I think that it always starts with, I mean, we got to be real. We got to bring it to the table. We got to put it on the table. And so I think that's definitely the first step to new season.
Yeah. And honest conversations because yeah, in order for you to know where you're going, you have to know where you are, where you've
Yeah.
been. And
Hmm.
so, I just can't say, in this situation, I want to go left when the whole entire time we've been going right. And I have to tell you
Right.
why I want to go left instead of going right or why I feel this way. So having those honest conversations. This is where I am as a person. This is where I am in my career. This is where I am at this point in my life as a husband, as a father, as a man, all those different things. And this is where I see uh, myself. Now, where do you see yourself? And then, we discuss where you see yourself and then how we see ourselves collectively as a whole. I want us to be able to, uh, to execute these plays here. I want to make sure that we can execute, be able to have these, check marks, these benchmarks actually happen for ourselves as a couple or as
Hmm.
parents or as a husband and wife, whatever it may
Hmm.
be, or just being able to communicate in a better way, whatever it may be.
Right.
And so
Whatever those
having
goals
those
are. Whatever
conversations
goals.
or what we want to see as far as a new change within ourselves as
Hmm.
a as individuals. We're talking about just ourselves, not about you need to do this or you need to do
Right.
this. Like, what do I see for myself as a
Yes. Start
person?
with
Start with
you.
you,
Hmm.
okay? And then we can work on all the other stuff. Where do I see myself as an individual? How this affects me and how I want to be able to move forward and make these things work for us as a couple. And then that's where you can have the real conversation around that. And then about how it is as a collective. So then we said the next one, number two, um, after having that honest conversation,
Hmm.
being open and secure enough to receive what you hear from your spouse and the feedback with love.
With love.
With love. Being able to hear what your spouse has to say,
Hmm.
get the honest feedback about how they feel about themselves as well as their relationship, the marriage, and being able to receive that with love and not defensiveness. Because I always think about, when people try to critique certain things or whatever, especially guys, or women as well, get all defensive or whatever. And I think about, what's love got to do with it? Oh, you trying to help I what you trying to do? You trying to help me.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's not that. It's really really hear it out from, your teammate. This is your
Yeah.
teammate. You are
Hmm.
made it together to be a team. We
Yes.
want each other to win. We want
Exactly.
us to win. It
Yes.
is not it's not a
A
personal
battle.
attack. Yeah, it's not a
Exactly.
battle. Understand that this is your teammate on this
Hmm.
thing in life, okay? In this game of
Yes.
life, you have a teammate that God's blessed you with.
Yes.
So,
And knowing
yeah.
that it is a blessing, guys, because you guys can do so much more together than you can individually. Like,
Mhm.
seriously. Seriously, seriously. There's such power in partnership. And so tapping into that is truly a blessing.
It is. It is. And also something that I just thought about real quick, for some of those couples out there who are struggling in their marriage and they may have one foot in, one foot out or just not sure how it's going to go. Sometimes it's just, having honest conversations where you start, but also the mental switch that you have to have.
Right.
And instead of saying, um, oh, I have to be in this marriage, or I have to be in this marriage with this person. It's really switching. It's saying, I get to be in this marriage with this person. I
Hmm.
get the opportunity to be in this marriage. And
Yes.
so, how can I get the opportunity to actually be in this marriage and actually make it what I want it to be and what it needs to be? I think that can be
Yeah.
something really, really, really small.
Mentality.
And like I said, and
Right.
everybody's situation is
Viewing it as
different.
a gift.
Yeah, and viewing it as a gift, exactly. And everybody's situation is different, but I know that there's someone who's in that particular situation, and it speaks to them directly. Okay,
Yes.
we understand some people it may be a way deeper situation, but for those that it's like you're kind of on the fence a little bit. Understand it's just a simple twitch, simple switch. I
Yes.
get to be in a relationship. There are others who
Right.
wish that they could have opportunity to love
Hmm.
on someone, to have the opportunity to love on someone, to be there for someone. This is your opportunity to do that and to really change the trajectory of your marriage. So I just want to add
Yes.
that part to that as well.
Yes. Love
I know it's
that.
kind of side note, side step
Hey,
off of that,
side note, but it definitely is
but
needed.
but being open and being secure enough to receive what you hear from your
Mhm.
spouse about where they are in life and how you can, um, what they see for the relationship.
Right.
And like I said, that a lot of that is removing the ego out of it because it's
Oh yes, that's
that's
major.
the major piece right there because we say, okay, well, if we see this happening or if they tell me this, then it must be something wrong with, me, or it could be something wrong with whatever. So you have to know how to just hear it out and really ask what is it that you can do? How can you help in those other areas of self? All right. Anyway, I'll let you go. Number three.
Okay. Number three, creating and setting expectations on how you will honor the ideals and goals of each other. So, what was shared in the conversation? Like, how are we making actionable steps towards what each other needs?
Yeah, I think how can I help you win?
Yeah.
Because
And
if
how can I help you?
and that's what it is, which leads to this. What we always say: marriage is a what business? A service business.
Service, 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 service
It
business.
is you are in the service business the moment that you say I do.
Yeah.
And so this is where you start
Get
doing the
your little
service.
badge, all
Yeah.
of that. Get your key card.
Yeah, the whole 9 yards. This is where it starts right here. So how can I help? How can I
Mm-hmm.
help you? And how can I honor your ideas and your goals?
Mm-hmm.
So because if I help you win, that helps us win. If I
Yes.
elevate you, it
Then that
elevates
elevates
us.
us.
And if you're doing that as well, if my sole focus is how can I help you win? And not on is she helping me over here or whatever? I'm so focused on
Right.
helping you win, and you're
And
so
my
focused on
sole focus is on helping you
we're
win.
so laser focused on helping each other that I don't have time to see about what she is or is not doing from that perspective.
Yes.
I'm so focused on make sure that I do my part as my role as the husband, and she's so focused on doing her part and her role as a wife
Yeah.
that we can't help but to do the right things for each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that is where you start to see the real change.
Yes.
And that is where like marriage is not only the service business, but it is an action. It's a verb. It's an
Mhm.
actual action. It's not a feeling, it is an action. And then when you start to see those things come to fruition, you start to get all the happy feelings that you want to have in a marriage.
Right.
I
And
want the,
there's the
I
cycle.
want the feelings. I want the butterflies, all
The
the other stuff. You get that when you put in the
butterflies.
work for it. So
Yeah,
that's
seriously.
something that I think we learned that over the years. I mean,
It's,
it's great to have those just because feelings or whatever the case is, but it feels even better when you see the person really wants the best for you
yeah.
and cares so much for you, even when you don't even see, even if you don't see it initially, but and when it's all said and done, you trust the process and you see it actually happen. So for me, I don't care a thing about plants. I love plants. But I love plants. I'm not nothing against plants. Okay, heal the world. Okay, I'm a planteer. However, she has gone bonkers with plants. So
It's my good.
I don't have to see another plant for another 30, 40, 50, 1,000 years probably. She's got enough plants. But because I know it's something that makes her happy, and I want to see her win, and I want to see her just be the best version of herself. I help her to figure out how she can structure her plants, have certain things with her plants. Oh shoot, what's the new thing now? The aquarium. Now we got fish now,
Yes,
and turtles and
yes,
stuff.
there we go.
Yeah.
He
So
sends me
yeah,
messages
send her messages
about
that I see
gardening. Yeah, he
gardening
supports
tips.
me. Yeah, it does.
So
And all of my different facets.
yeah, so that's how you help.
So good to me.
I try. Oh, okay. Yes, holding hands.
Okay.
Yes, hold,
All
hand,
right.
hand
That's
holding.
enough of
Okay,
that.
right,
All
right.
right.
Get your hands off me. No, just no, I like holding hands. I like holding hands. So
Yes.
those are important pieces right there. So let's go ahead and make sure we wrap this up and go over this real quick. Okay, so number one, honest conversation about where you are as an individual and where you are and what you see for yourself as an individual and as a couple. That's number one.
Yes.
Number two, be open and secure to receive what you hear from your spouse and the feedback with love, not with defensiveness.
With
Okay.
love. Keyword, guys.
Yes, with love, not defensiveness. You are a team, not it's not a sport
This
battle.
isn't where you're supposed to get all of your licks.
Right,
This is where you are giving honest feedback with
right. Exactly. It's a safe space to be able to be
safe
honest.
space. Yes,
All right. And then
keyword.
number three, last one, creating and setting expectations on how you will honor the ideas and goals of each other in order for you guys to win as a couple. And those are really good three
Win,
steps. What do
win,
you think?
win, win.
Those are
Win,
really
win,
good three
win,
steps. What do you
win.
think, babe?
I love them. They're excellent three steps. You can't lose if you start there, guys. So let's start one, two, three. We just gave it to you right here on the best podcast in the whole wide world.
Bar.
What's that,
Bar.
guys? I love like that. Cheers to that, babe.
Cheers to that, babe. There you go. There you go. There you go. There's a little sip. Okay. All right,
Alrighty.
my drink is almost gone. This is nothing but waters.
It's some
But anyway, um,
water milk.
it's not
Just a
water
little
milk.
bit. Okay.
That now that is a lie.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a little milk left over from his Oreo.
Oh, well, yeah, I did have an Oreo earlier. I had to rinse it out.
Sorry
But
about that.
if there's no water, milk in it. This is water. No, it's
It
water.
looked a little light. It
It's
just
it's
didn't look.
water in here. That's it. There's literally is water in here. There's nothing
Oh, I
else.
thought that was.
No, I was saying I put
Oh,
water in
okay.
here because I,
That's why it looks a little light, guys. Sorry.
yeah,
And the
because
cup is white. That's it. Ah, da da da. Boom. All right.
so, all right. Listen, before we wrap this up, all right, like I said, we are excited to really be back here in our podcast
We're
bag,
back.
right here in the podcast bag. And we have a lot of exciting things that are going to be coming up. We have a lot of
Yes.
great guests that are going to be coming on. We have one particular guest that I'm so excited for. I can't tell you who it is until they actually get on here. Then you'll see it. But we are looking forward to
You will
that.
see
And
it.
then it is going to be an awesome opportunity for us to get together again. We're going to have the men's corner again. Then we're going to have
Mhm.
something for the ladies as well.
Yes,
So
we
yeah,
are. Yes, we definitely have something boiling for the ladies. The ladies' corner is coming.
yeah,
So I am rounding them up. So stay tuned. It'll be a little bit later in the season. But we are so, 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 so happy to be back, guys.
yeah.
And so happy to be on this ride with you. So stay tuned. We're here.
Exactly,
We're here.
exactly.
We're
And
here
of
for you.
course, we want to shout out to all of our first time listeners and shout out to all of our long time
Yes.
listeners and our
Yes.
subscribers and everybody else. Make sure that you guys are following us on Instagram at a love like that underscore, following us on YouTube at a love like that underscore, and Facebook
Mhm.
at a love like that LLC. Yeah, I think that's the only one
Yes.
that's a little bit different. But
Mhm.
yeah, other than that, everything else is a love like that underscore.
Okay. And don't forget
Yeah,
all of the underscores.
yeah, exactly. So
Don't forget to subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.
what she said. But anywho, listen, I'm Brandon. This is Jacquelyn. I'm gonna let her say her little piece and go ahead because I know. I know. Look, I know. Look, I did it. I know. I did it just to see what she would do.
I mean, just zoom in on the eyes.
I know. I did it just. I said.
Oh, Sheikah.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna steal the thunder just a little bit just to be funny. Okay.
So,
All right. We'll start over again. Okay. I'm Brandon,
I'm Jack.
and this is a Love Like That podcast. We'll see you guys soon. Take care.
See ya.
All right. Peace.